I think there is an element of not allowing people to have a victim mindset, because I see that far too often as well. I see it far too often where you get people who would consider themselves to be from poorer parts of the country, from poorer backgrounds, who just say, oh well, this is what's happening, all the rich people are getting rich and there's nothing I can do. And you sit there and go, but hold on, there are many things you can do to still be someone who acts from an ethical point of view, to still be someone who doesn't necessarily contribute to things getting worse, but is still able to handle their money correctly and build wealth and things like that. So what would you say on that point, Andrew?
Oh, this is a huge topic. I mean, you talk about the victim mentality, right? I don't want people to be victims around money, right? Because if you're talking about banking reform and government reform and things like that, a lot of people just feel this is all too hard for me to think about, and their default position is I'll just sit like a rabbit in the headlights and just wait for whoever makes up their mind to do stuff, right? So I'm really about empowering an individual. And I was saying to you before, you know, I'm going back to a time, think of it like this, right? We've had a big crash, okay? We've got no money, it's really hard to get a job, I can't get on the property ladder. What time in history am I describing?
I know the answers. I'm on the comment.
Recently. Well, this is the 1970s, for example, and I hate to give you context, but that's exactly what I came into as a young man. I was just got married. That's exactly what we came into. There was no money, no jobs, whatever. Right? And there was also a lot of things that weren't available either at that time. So basically, it was like, if it's going to be, it's up to me. And so the predominant thing was, I thought, well, okay, I've really got to crack on here. I've really got to do what I can, you know. And so a big thing about the money chimp, I talk about that, is you've got to decide, I'm actually going to take charge of my own life. I've got to take charge of my own money. I'm going to take charge of my own destiny here. And you can, right? Even though you've got reform that still needs, you can still crack on with that. A comment you made that prompted me really just keeps coming back about, you talked about the level of debt that we've got. 18 to 25s, you take the average 18 to 25 in the UK, let's say they earn £100 a week, they'll spend 130. They spend on average 130% of their weekly income. Okay, so if you earned 100, you've spent 130. How did they do that? They did it on credit cards. Okay, 18 to 25s in the UK, according to my bank, for example, and RBS, they owe £8.3 billion on their credit cards. That's the level of credit card debt that they're carrying. Okay, but the good news is that 18 to 25s, leaving aside university fees, haven't really racked up a lot of debt. Right? They haven't got a significant amount of debt. Right? So they have got strategies and they've got techniques and they've got tools where they could learn how to spend less, learn how to save more, and learn how to get themselves out of debt. And in most cases, most 18 to 25 year olds can get out of debt within 90 days if they want to. But you've really got to want to do it, right? It's just having those tools and strategies to do it.